Okay, what's up everyone? Today we're doing hill sprints. And I know my hair is kind of like really messed up. It's quite early, so give me a break. Okay, so the goal of today is to do hill sprints. You can't really see because this camera's on a live focus, but I'm gonna run from here to the end of them trees down there. The sprint will last about 8 to 10 seconds, and there's a reason for this, which I'll get onto. Okay, number one, let's just get the most boring one out of the way. It's really easy to do. You do not need any equipment here. Find a park, find a hill, go running. It's easy. And that's one thing. If you're going to be doing sprints, preferably I prefer hill sprints. The reason for it is because you prevent yourself from overstretching the hamstrings. If you've ever hit in the it's early. If you've ever injured a hamstring, it is bad. It's painful. I've ruptured one before. Took a year to heal. True story. You'll prevent yourself from overstretching. Plus, it's a greater workout. It requires a greater amount of force to run uphill than it does flat. And also, there'll be less impact on your knees. So all you people that don't want to do long distance running because you say, my knees hurt. Well, hill running is going to prevent that. Preferably, I like doing it on concrete because of the grip. But today I'm going to do it in the park just because I don't really want to do this outside someone's house. And they think, what the hell is that guy in all red doing? They might call the police. Okay, number two, why you're going to do hill sprints. It increases athletic performance. No shit, Sherlock. If you want to be nimble like a Khajiit from Elder Scrolls, or you want to be like an assassin from Assassin's Creed, even though they're doing that whole Viking thingy right now, so I don't really know where they're going with the assassin thing. But anyway, you get my point. You want to be nimble like a ninja. It'll also have carry over to your gym work, your squats and all that. If you're doing squats, if you're not, then stop skipping leg day. When you're doing hill sprints, it's using your type 2 muscle fibers, your type 8, mainly your type 2B muscle fibers. They're the explosive ones. They're the ones that's going to get you at the bottom of that squat when you're holding on for dear life thinking, holy shit, why did I load the bar this heavy? And because them type 2 muscle fibers will get used to getting trained, because your brain will get used to firing them muscle fibers, it will have you at the ready. Have you ever noticed sprinters look ripped? The reason for that is because it's kind of like a hypertonic effect. Your muscles are already there, they're prepared. You know, like if you're warming up or something, you're lifting weights and you get that pump, and now you're like, yeah boy, I'm like He-Man. The reason for that is because your body is now recruited these muscle fibers. You know how you have to warm up percentages like 50%, 60, then up to like whatever rep max you're doing. You have to warm it up. With sprints, it teaches your body to be explosive from the get-go. You should still do a warm-up. I'm going to get onto that. But it teaches your body to be explosive from the get-go. You'll have that more ripped and chiseled and hard, dense look from doing this. Do it. I think that's a cool benefit for like anyone here. I mean, like it's summer. We all want to take our tops off, right? Also, another cool feature of doing hill sprints is it teaches your body to utilize carbohydrates more efficiently. I always say you should earn your carbohydrates, not just consume them like a little Peppa Pig. If you do long distance running, the main source of fuel is fat. If you're doing sprints, anaerobic activity is carbohydrates. It teaches your body to be metabolically flexible, so you can go from burning carbohydrates to fats. So it's partly why you see some of these athletes eat such high carb diets. You look at like boxers and stuff like Manny Pacquiao, they have so many thousands of calories. It's because they're burning it. Carbs are a very great source of burning fuel for anaerobic activity. So if you train your body to be efficient on it, it's burning them like that. It means you get to eat more. And for the gym bros that want to build muscle, not lose muscle, who wants to lose muscle? No one. But this places a message on your body to keep muscle and build muscle. It's a short activity. When you go to the gym, you pretty much put a message on your body that you want to build muscle. If you do long distance running, you put a message on your body to, we need to be more efficient at cardio. When you do hill sprints and they're explosive, because they're short duration, you're telling your body, I want to be more explosive. The way it needs to get more explosive is to build muscle and become more efficient at firing them type 2 muscle fibers. So your sprint should last 8 to 10 seconds. These are explosive sprints. A lot of people be like, why 8 to 10 seconds? I want to sprint longer. You can't. Sprints, if you're doing them correctly, the explosive kind, it uses your creatine phosphate energy system. That only lasts 6 to 10 seconds, and you go to the lactate energy system. When you're doing 6 to 10 seconds of sprinting, there's less byproduct afterwards. You're not going to be as sore. You will be drained because this is CNS fatigue, which is another point I want to get onto. If you're doing sprints and that, don't think you can just add it on to heavy workouts. You do have to supplement this into your workout routine. So if you're doing heavy lifting and stuff, just be aware of the amount of sprints you do, because it will take an effect on your recovery. Even though muscularly, if that's a word, you may not feel sore, your CNS is going to be drained. So when you go to the gym, you might start feeling like your warm-ups are heavier than they should be. You just need to gradually program sprints into your program. You do your warm-up sets with your sprints, so just, you know, run uphill, build up to a good pace. You want to be sprinting at 90 to 95% of your max. Don't ever go to 100 unless it's competition. So 8 to 10 seconds, and you want to do, but I'm doing 6 sets. You could do 8 sets, you could do 4 sets. It really depends. Have a 2 to 5 minute rest in between each set. You may see this as a form of cardio, but in a way, even though it will increase your cardiovascular system, it will make you more anaerobically efficient, more work rate in the gym, you still need to rest. You should be treating this as a lift. If you're doing heavy squats, you're not just going to rest for 30 seconds and then get going again. You're going to collapse, your technique's going to break down, and you're going to get injured. Sprints are no different. It is so, what do you call it? It is so neurologically demanding of your CNS. You have to take a 2 to 5 minute sprint. If you keep doing sprints up the hill and each sprint your performance is dipping in that, you're not improving. Trust me, rest the 5 minutes if you have to, improve on the sprint. Just maintain quality over quantity here. And that all applies because we're doing this for explosivity, to get the type 2 muscle fibers to carry over into the gym. If you're doing this to burn calories, I'm going to add a little bonus at the end of this video how you can burn calories. But yeah, it burns calories and stuff, don't get me wrong. But if you're running up and down too extreme in that, you spike your cortisol levels, your recovery is going to go down. You're not going to burn that many more calories if you're just sprinting up the hill, come back down, sprint back the hill, come back down. That's more so if you want to improve your anaerobic threshold. Maybe you're like a competitive fighter in that, and that does have its place in the program. But you have to understand there's sprints for explosivity, there's sprints to be more metabolically demanding. But for now, for everyone that sort of goes to the gym lifting weights and that, you're better off going for the explosive sprints. Right, we're done. So I've got to say, another benefit you'll get used to feeling your glutes and your hamstrings. A lot of people become quad dominant through squats and stuff, and that's what leads to injury. You need to strengthen the posterior chain. And that's nothing. After you've done your sprint, your heart will be racing, but try and get your heart rate down as quick as. Breathe through the nose, it'll be quicker. Teach your body to be ready quicker. Good for the gym. You could do this in this book called The Oxygen Advantage. He recommends if you're elite, you can do sprints while holding your breath. I've tried it, it does increase your anaerobic capacity because your body's getting used to not using oxygen. But I've tried it, but you're less explosive to begin with. So it will be a step back, but it's a good thing to incorporate. And it's up to you if you want to start the sprint from a dead stop and explode off that. I prefer that because it teaches your body to be explosive from the get-go, like bam. But if you, sometimes if you're first starting out or you're sort of prone to injury, do a gentle jog into it, then explode into a sprint. They both have their benefits, it's not a major difference, but do what's comfortable for you. So now that we're all done, if you want to progressively overload a sprint, you could get one in parachute thingies where it's like more resistance on the back. You could do that, but we don't always want to pay out. To increase, so what I started doing, start with like 4 hard sprints 1 week. The next week you now do 5, the week after you do 6. If you want to increase it, that's up to you in terms of volume. The only reason I say is because it can have a drawback on then your weightlifting workouts, but it depends on your goal. If you're looking to be more athletic, more of a sprinter, then yeah, you'll focus on that. But if you're doing this as a supplement, then you don't want to go too high in volume on it, just focus on the quality. But time yourself each week from have a certain point that you run and see if you can beat the time. Easy. So that little bonus I was going to tell you about, go for a walk after you've done this, go for a half-hour walk or whatnot. The reason for that is because once you've done sprints, high intensity work, the fatty acids have been released into the bloodstream, they're ready to be burned. Walking, it burns fat stores, it doesn't take in the carbohydrates, it's the perfect heart rate to burn fat. Also it's nice to cool down. I sometimes do like a long distance run or like a 2-mile run after I've done my sprints, only because for me to get to this park it is 2 miles and I don't really want to walk it. But yeah, just go for a gentle walk afterwards, burning extra calories. Some people do it with gym workouts. After they've done their heavy weightlifting, they end up doing a half-hour walk or whatnot. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're doing hill sprints yourself. I'm going to make further videos on long distance running, how to do that for muscle gain and for longevity and whatnot. There's other forms of sprints you can do that are more like shuttle sprints and stuff like that. There's so many variations in that, but this was just more explosive one. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment on what you're doing for your workout. I'm still in quarantine at the moment. Well, some gyms have opened, but we only allowed like small time slots, so I'm trying to make the most of what I got, and I've got a beautiful park around me, so why not? So thanks for watching, please subscribe, please comment, and have a great day.